Okay, so we're about to jump into a little digital mystery. On the face of it, it's just a document. But as you're about to see, there's something really strange and fascinating hiding just beneath the surface.
All right, take a look at this. They're coming. They're coming back, baby. Hey, I mean, just let that sink in. It feels weird, doesn't it? It's kind of poetic, but at the same time, it's complete nonsense. So where on earth would something like this come from?
Well, believe it or not, this is from the official transcript of a hairstyle tutorial. Yeah, you heard me right, a hairstyle tutorial. And that's really the core question we're tackling here. What is actually going on? Let's crack this case together. Okay, so let's officially start our investigation. What is this enigma, this mystery hidden somewhere deep inside the machine? So here's our source. This whole thing comes from the auto-generated transcript of a YouTube video called, and I quote, "Simple and Beautiful Hairstyle Tutorial, Elegant Hairstyle for Girls, Hairstyle Girl." The title couldn't be clearer, right? And that's what's so wild here. This huge, massive disconnect. On one side, you've got elegant hairstyles, and on the other, you've got this cryptic, almost creepy message. What gives? All right, every good investigation needs evidence. So let's treat this transcript like it's a digital crime scene and really zoom in on the clues. And wow, this really shows you the kind of chaos we're looking at. Here's a bigger chunk of the raw text. It's just a jumble of words, repeated over and over. Hey, over, back. You know, it's funny, it almost has a rhythm to it, but there's absolutely no reason behind it. It's just a wall of digital noise. So, if we put on our data scientist hats for a second and analyze this, what do we find? Well, the most frequent words are hey, over, and back. And what does that tell us? The big, crucial takeaway is, well, absolutely nothing. It's totally meaningless. We're trying to find a story where one just doesn't exist. And that actually leads us to a really fascinating idea. It's called auditory pareidolia. And you've definitely experienced this, even if you didn't know the name for it. It's why you sometimes hear voices in the hum of an air conditioner or see faces in clouds or wood grain. Our brains are literally hardwired, to find patterns and meaning, even when we're staring at total randomness, or, in this case, a bunch of gibberish from a machine. Okay, so, keeping that in mind, let's start looking at some possible explanations. Who or what is our suspect here? I've got three main theories lined up for you. First up, the most dramatic theory. What if it's a secret message? You know, a super complex code hidden in plain sight right inside this totally innocent video. It's a fun idea, right? Like something out of a movie. But yeah, it's probably a little far-fetched. All right, theory number two. How about accidental poetry? Maybe the machine, in its total confusion, created this piece of abstract minimalist art. I mean, the repetition of hey, hey, hey. It's got a certain rhythm, a kind of musicality to it, don't you think? It's an interesting thought, for sure, but again, it kind of relies on us seeing art in what is probably just random noise. And this is where it gets really interesting when you put these ideas side by side. On one hand, you have these really creative, fanciful theories. They're all about secret meanings or human intent. But on the other hand, you have the much more likely technical reality, which asks a much simpler and probably more important question: how did the system just break? And that brings us to our prime suspect, the ghost in the machine. Let's dig into how automated transcription can go so wrong. So the technology at the heart of all this is called speech-to-text, or STT for short. Basically, it's an AI that takes an audio and tries to match the sounds it hears with phonetic patterns of words it's been trained on. And here's the key: it's not actually understanding anything. It's just pattern matching. So here's exactly how that process falls apart. The hairstyle video, right? It probably just has some background music, maybe some wrestling sounds, but pretty much no one talking. The AI gets this super ambiguous audio, and it desperately tries to find something that matches a word in its database. It's just making its best guess based on noise. And the result? A transcript full of phantom words that were never really there. And really, this number just says it all. The AI had approximately 0 clear human words to analyze. 0. It was given a job, find the speech, but there was no speech to find. So it had no choice but to literally invent something out of nothing. So where do we land? What's the final verdict here? And maybe more importantly, what can this one funny little glitch tell us about the digital world we're all living in? Okay, the case is officially closed. There was no secret agent sending a coded message, and there was no accidental robot poet. It was just a piece of software doing exactly what it was built for, but with completely the wrong kind of input. It was basically trying to find a signal where there was only noise.
But, this harmless little error actually teaches us some really big lessons. First off, it's a great reminder that AIs are just pattern matchers. They don't really listen or understand like we do. Second, it shows that data without any context is pretty much meaningless. It also shows us how our own brains are just wired to find meaning everywhere. And maybe most importantly, it's a huge reminder that we always have to question what these automated systems spit out.
Look, it's easy for us to laugh at a haunted hairstyle tutorial, right? It's a harmless glitch. But it leaves us with a much bigger question to chew on. What happens when this ghost in the machine isn't just messing up a YouTube transcript? What happens when it's involved in something serious, like a medical diagnosis, or a legal decision, or a loan application? What happens then, when the stakes are so much higher?